Kevin,
Terry.
the birthday boy.
Got it. You got it. Another great day on this planet. It's all good.
Happy birthday, my friend. I think that as we get people loading up on here, I think we're going to do a team singing happy birthday to.
I gotta turn red like my hair. Turn red like my hair, man. Jeez.
Well, we'll do it early, so that the maybe I can edit it out of the call, but I'm probably not. I'll probably leave it in there.
Why not?
Why not, right?
There we go.
So,
Some people have already sent me some very animated birthday greetings and wishing. So it's always it's pretty special, some of the surprises you get from people, right? It's always a neat part. So
you deserve it.
Go ahead, Gene.
I just said he deserves it.
Oh,
absolutely, he does. Yeah. And
getting red.
Well, Dukes, you've been around this crowd too long to get red. I know you too well.
Yeah, great family. Not a good family. It's a great family.
It's a great family for sure. So, have you done anything exciting today?
Actually, I picked up a surprise birthday present from a teammate. That was a pre-order. So that favorite food that I brought for you, Sainer, up at the Glenview, somebody reciprocated with the same thing for me. So that was like pretty cool.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna make Paul's on here. I'm gonna make him a co-host. Hi, Paulie. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. Happy birthday, Dukes.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Austin.
No problem.
Yeah.
Good to go. He's the young age of what did you turn today? 55, Dukes?
Yeah, okay.
55?
Add another 8 to that. We're good.
What? 63?
Yeah, 63 young. You know, it's it's pretty cool, man. Like how I feel and what's able to get done. And that's the adventure with this neurotech wellness journey, as I call it, right? We're going into new territory with a different body. So I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited for the future, like everybody else probably on this call, because we've all got similar stories to some extent. So
exactly. Well, I'm just absolutely delighted. Happy New Year to everybody that's jumping on here. It's great to see everybody. I hope everybody had a great holiday season and was able to have some time with family and friends and enjoy a few sweets and treats over the holiday season. But there's nobody that I thought would be better and more apropos to come back into a new year than the first associate ever in this company. And so if you don't know our teammate, our friend, Kevin Duguay, get to know him, and you will get to know him. This guy is the salt of the earth. And I've said it before, and you guys have heard me say this before. If there was ever a spirit of Super Patch award, he would win this hands down, because there's probably lots of people on this call where you've all of a sudden just got a call from Mr. Duguay out of the middle of the day just to say, hey, how you doing? Right? He doesn't have to be financially linked for you. And he may even stop at your house, right, Gene? You just never know who might show up at the door. He's like the Cape Crusader, as we say. So
and when he does show up, you have a great time.
Absolutely, you do, for sure. Well, what I'd like to do is start this call off before we get started, because I want to respect everybody's time, and we're almost right at the hour. But I would like everybody to unmute for a second.
Man.
Good evening.
Okay, so on 3.
Oh my gosh.
On 3. And Quentin, I want to make sure you're leading because you're a singer and I'm not. So, on 3, we're going to sing happy birthday to Kevin Duguay. So 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kevin.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Are so glad that you are. Are you one? Are you too? No, that'll take too
It's
long.
all
Can
good. We don't
see
have time,
You live to be
man.
1,000.
Bless
We
the day
hope
of
you
your
live to be
birth.
1,000. We hope you live to be 1,000 years and more. Woo!
And more.
That could be possible.
So listen, well, now you can all mute yourselves again, please.
I was gonna say, he's
Okay,
got
bye.
20 years to catch up to me.
Yeah, that's right, Gene. Anyways, I'm very grateful for everybody that shows up here. I'm grateful for the family we've created. We're all learning together, and these training calls help us all. There's always nuggets we can take away. And after the 8 years for me and a lot of us this coming June, and so I continue to learn, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And I think as family, we need to undergird each other. And who better than to start off this year than our leader, first ever associate in this company, Mr. Kevin Duguay, who is the master of the demo. And so if you guys don't know how to do the demo, this is the guy that brings it home for all of us. So without further delay, it's my pleasure and my co-host Paul Austin's pleasure to welcome our teammate, our friend, our mentor, Mr. Kevin Duguay. Welcome, Kev.
Terry, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul and Terry, and for all of you on this call. It's always a privilege to share and be a part of something way bigger than each one of us. And as Terry alluded to, I'm coming up on almost 10 years of being in some form with this technology journey that we've been on, and it's been an amazing ride. I mean, what we've been able to see, and I think all of us on this call can attest to this, that we have had that special moment with this technology that you will remember forever. So as we went through this journey, and Terry shared, the early part of this journey was, for me, was the demo, and I'm going to get to that at the end. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I have done a dry run to stay within the shot clock here. So let's go with this. Okay, you can see my screen. We're good?
Yep, we're all good.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we're going the big picture here. So like I said, one of the things I learned, folks, through this journey, there are parts of this business journey, sharing and caring, as one of our hashtags goes, of this practical demonstration. So for those that are new to the journey, I was in your shoes 9.5 years ago, right? Because we all start somewhere. And if you stay in something long enough, you become a veteran. And we're going to get through this as we go through. And so it's been a learning curve. So I want to take you through some basic fundamental points and helping you to become a professional. And I have a term for this at the end, which is my second to last slide. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And for those who know me, you know exactly what I'll be talking about with the term. So when we look at, here we go. Okay. So for those who don't know me, my background, very quickly, 40 plus years in sports medicine and athletic therapy. Here's a slide deck of some of the journeys I've been on. But the middle three is my main focus right now. And obviously, Super Patch is at the center of it. And on the left of the Super Patch is a clinic I work with Dr. Sylvia Passfield, who a lot of us know. I've been privileged to work with her and known her for 8 years. And what we're able to do in this clinic that ties in with the neurotech is pretty cool. And then I also teach for this personal training organization here, and everything else, especially at the bottom. This is all the Super Patch journey that we've seen over the years. So that's enough of that. And moving on to what we came here for. So when we get to share this with people, this is, for me, is like game day. So one of the P's for me is personality. In other words, the energy and enthusiasm that we bring. And whenever I have found that whenever I've listened to energetic speakers or motivated speakers or athletes or the locker room talks, there's always this energy and excitement because it's the anticipation of what's to come. And for those of us who have been at this journey for a while, we know without a shadow of a doubt what's going to happen with this technology. So when I work with people, I start with a question. And one of the things I learned as a teacher, as a parent, as a father and husband and everything else is if you ask the question, you control the conversation. So if you look at the second bullet, I lead with a question and I ask, it's a very simple one, folks, for people. So how important is balance, power, and stability for your quality of life? Now, there's lots of different answers for certain demographics, but for most people, they're going to go, it's really important, Kev. And then I follow it with another question, which is, if I could show you how we could instantly change your balance, power, stability, and the list goes on, would you like to see it? If not, no big deal. And again, at the bottom, do the demo. But I want to tag onto something here that what we saw was sometimes they go, well, what do you mean? I said, let me ask it, let me paraphrase it, and let me get you to think about what's going to happen in a term that we all love to understand in North America. And if you live in a big city, you can relate to this picture on the right-hand side. So as they say, well, how does this technology work, Kev? I said, let me explain it to you this way. And you see the letter that I put on the left-hand side of the screen, and I asked them this question. So I asked them, so they have this picture wherever you live, they have this picture in their brain, okay? And then we go to the next one. I says, I would like you now to this question, your most favorite place in the world that you've ever been to. So now it's a positive image. They got a negative pain image, which is the traffic jam, and they got a positive joy image, which is their favorite. And still, they still don't know where this is going to go. But then I put this question in, and I look at them straight in the eyes. And I've done this with doctors. I've done this with professional athletes. I've done this with the kids, by the way. The kids' question down here in the letter B is who's your favorite superhero? I'll leave it at that. It's pretty simple. We'll see that on the last slide. But I said, where you are right now, and it's exactly how I say it, as smart as you are. So I uplift them because we're all intelligent. You're neurologically stuck in that traffic jam. And there's this big sad face, right, that comes over their image, right? They go, oh gosh, oh my God. I said, hang on. When I put this patch on you, you're going to be neurologically in your favorite place. And I go heavy on this word. Instantly. So now they're going, no way. I dare you, like I double dare you. And I go, where would you like to be? Now, if they say they want to be in the traffic jam, the meeting's over. Okay, thanks, have a nice day. You can go enjoy the traffic on the 401 here in Toronto. Most of them don't say that. They go, I'd love to be in my happy place, in my favorite place. I can't remember the last time we've met those people on this journey, you guys. I said, let me show you what it feels like. And I do the demo. Now they got it. Okay, so there's a pondering and a personality. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes here. Okay, so in another P word, and this is part of my background with sports medicine, athletic therapy, clinical assessment, it's positioning. How do I position the patient on the table? How do I position the plates on the table? How do I position the athlete or the client in order to do this as balance assessment, if you want to call it that, okay, very simple term, so that it works the same all the time, every time, and it's a routine. It's like an athlete going to a game, they have a set routine. So very simple instructions, as you can read on the left-hand side. And I follow this every single time. And there's a couple of exceptions, which I'm going to share later, with people that are in chairs, okay? Because we have to have a variation. So again, positioning. So if you look at the athlete here, if you look at this hockey player, you're going to see his feet are together, okay? Elbows are at 90 degrees. Typically, it's always close to 90. Fist over fist. It's against his chest, and he's standing tall like a tree. Now, I will tell you, there are athletes that are going to cheat on this test, especially when you beat them or when you show them the first time and they have no balance. They start to lean backwards. So a hack I learned, or a cheat test I learned, is to put their back against the wall. Now they can't lean backward on you. Okay, so if you're stuck in that situation, use the wall behind him. So if he had his back to the wall here, there's no way he can lean back to try to beat me on the demo, which has happened. Okay, I can feel that, and I know that they're cheating, so I'll reposition the athlete to do the assessment properly. So I'm not going to play this, but I'm going to play it later on the hockey one, before and after with the patch. But this is really critical in getting this right. Okay, that's step number one. Okay, step number two, I'm going to run this one a bit because the verbiage changes a bit on the positioning. So I'm going to bring this kid into position here first. Let me just bring it in. Let me bring him up in a position first. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. Okay, now, when I position the individual, you're going to notice a couple things here, and this is going to bring me to my next point called a power zone. You see the individual, his feet are together. Okay, he's standing tall like a tree. Elbows are at 90. He's fist over fist, and it's right against his chest. Okay, now my instruction to this individual, and I encourage you all to practice this, and this is going to be one of my other points, is I said, and I want you to look at what I've highlighted in bold, because I never, ever, ever rush the demo. This is like gold to us, folks. Because what I've learned, when people try to trick or go fast or 1, 2, 3, go, or if I did this to you as a patient in a clinic, you would kill me, or you'd be very upset because you're not ready, because you're in a vulnerable position. And if you know that something's going to work 100% of the time, you don't have to rush anything. Just take your time and enjoy the experience. Have fun with this. This is like the Academy Award, the Golden Globe. This is the Best Picture Award right here. So I tell them, I'm going to slowly push straight down to the floor. Now I'm going to talk about this position in a second here. My position is very different from what some of you may see. The reason I do this is going to be to my next slide. I'll get there in a sec. My instructions to my client, I want you to resist me. Okay? Don't let me push your fist down. You understand? And they go, yeah. Now here we go. I'm going to slowly. I never do anything fast. Okay? I'm going to slowly push, pull down on your fist. Don't let me pull your fist down. Just meet my resistance. This is something we do in musculoskeletal testing in a clinic. We always start gentle and we build up. So when I start to engage my whole body, you can see I got a wide base here with my feet. I'm like planted. I've got yes, I have the tech on. I come arm battle ready. I've got my tech on. I'm in a zone. I am very close. I'm in complete control, and I'm using my entire body, because some of the people I've shared this weigh 300 pounds. They all move. Okay. I've been doing this demo for 10 years. Nobody has passed the demo. Every athlete I have touched, and you can pick an L, pick some professional athlete, they all fail this demo. It's mind-blowing how this works. So I get in this power zone here. I'm going to slowly pull down on your fist. Want you to resist me. Don't let me pull your fist down. Watch what happens when I go. Now, when I bring my force, if I bring my body in, I am only pulling with enough force as I build up gradually to disturb his balance. The moment he starts to come off the floor, so you look at the heels. If this is locked and loaded in here, the heels will slowly come off and I stop. So I'm just going to play it for a second. Boom, that's it. Okay, you're finished. That's it. Demo was done. So all it is, again, I come in tight. Okay, I come in tight. I slowly pull down. Watch what happens to the heels. As soon as they clear the floor, you stop. That's it. Test is finished. They feel how much force you're able to apply to disturb the balance. Okay, that's it. Done. Okay, that's as simple as it is. So there's no risk of him falling forward, collapsing on you, and I'm in a good balanced position. Okay. Now, when I look at my body again, this is the personal trainer in Florida. I'm just going to run it for again. Now, myself, most athletes go, no, Kev, I'm more important. No, 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 no. You as an associate are more important than the client because I need to stay healthy because I want to do this till I'm 100 years old. That's my target. Okay. So I need to use my body wisely in regards to this. So I'm going to run it again just very quickly. I'll move it up. So I position them, feet together, fist over fist. I get into my power zone. Get close. It's the same position again. Now, I've done this with other associates where we practice this. Okay, we practice this technique. So you can become proficient and you become a professional as an associate. And they will see and hear and feel that you're a professional in this because of how you interact with them. Okay, so again, it ties into this, which brings us to the next point. The fifth point, something called the power zone. Now, the analogy I use is the bottom bullet. All of us who have carried a sandbag, groceries, a baby, if you look at the bottom picture, we all carry it like this. And what I've seen over the years, if I try to do anything with my arms extended in this position here, this is very, very challenging on my shoulders, on my back, on my arms, and I have so little power if I'm trying to do this dynamic demo by pushing, if you look at the top picture, by pushing down to the floor. In fact, some people say, no, you were pulling me towards you. Because if you try to bring your arms down without bending your knees, they're going to feel it. You pull them forward. So I said, hang on a second here. When you're in this position, okay, and you try to use your body. So I had an associate who was having a challenge with the demo. And for all of you on this call who will watch the recording, if you ever find me at an event, say, Kev, can I pull you aside? Can we practice this? No problem. I want you to become a pro, okay? So I had them, I want you to do the demo, my mouse here, do the demo like this top guy, and I want you to pull down. So I got into, I'm the athlete over here in the red. I am locked and loaded. And I want you to feel how much power you can generate with your hands pushing down. And then I want you to go back and I want you to do it. I want you to do it this way in close. You tell me the difference. And it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much power I got. I said, good, let's practice this now. And the difference is massive. So you can see, so this diagram, by the way, they use this in lifting and lowering. They use this in ergonomics. They use this in work safety. Why? When you got to carry something, you keep it close to your body. So if I got to move somebody to disturb their balance, I want to be close to them all the time. So that's why I use this technique, because it's critically, it's safe for me. And I am in complete control because I am in this power zone that you see here on the left-hand side, which now brings us to welcome to athletics practice. So we're going to run through some of these now because I've got time, and I'm going to play. Now, this one is going to show you, this is at a cycling championship here in Milton, Ontario. This is the Great British Cycling Team. It's one of the coaches, the Paralympic ones, and you're going to see the demo without the tech. The one on the right is one of my junior A hockey players. Welcome to Starbucks. I love this place of work. Always works well. And you're going to see the expression on his face and what happens to his power compared to this guy on the left, pre-patch, and then post-patch. So here we go. We're going to run it. Watch the technique. Okay, feet together. Fist over fist. I position. I instruct. Hands in position, in my power zone, pull down, and his heels come off the floor. So he feels that, okay? Very, very simple. I'll run it again for you. You can see he just comes up a little bit. You do not have to disturb them a lot. As soon as they fall off the midline, the assessment / test is over. So feet together, stand tall like a tree, lock and load is the term I use, fist over fist, push and pull. And I'm using both arms on my body. He comes off the heels. Now we go over to the hockey player. We'll go with the patch. Same thing, position. He has the patch on. It's instant, and he looks again. They look at the arm, you know, it's that look, that stunned look, right? I call it shock and awe. Now, on this point, what I would recommend for you guys when you're doing the demo for the very first time with somebody who has never experienced this, use their phone for your advantage. What I mean is this. I now go with, listen, is it okay if we film this with your phone? And they go, why? I know what's going to happen. You don't, but I've learned it's very powerful when it's captured on video because you might want to share this with people that you know. It's their phone. They go, yeah, sure, no problem. So then you have to find, if you have somebody at a table, at a booth, vendor event, or in this case with my daughter, here, she's going to film with your phone. And so now they have the video evidence forever because it's this look going, you know, it's the athlete or the individual looking at the patch going, what the heck just happened? That's the beauty of the tech. So again, just quickly on a run through, lock and load, feet together, fist over fist. And you can see here, like Matt's 190. Okay, I'm a $160. So when I have my legs like this, and I have my arms bent and I'm in close, I'm in a very strong, safe position. And he can physically feel. So obviously before the patch, it's like the guy on the right. They just come off the line. And when they're in this position here, they can physically feel the difference that they're not moving. That is the power of this demonstration when you're using it and using it well. So moving forward, coming to kids. Now, the fun thing with kids is kids get it right off the hop. They don't ask for any white papers. They don't ask for any research. They love this moment, and I'm going to play two of them here. So this little 3.5-year-old here on the right-hand side, little Filipino girl, welcome to Tim Hortons, and there's another Filipino girl. But I want you to, so you look at my technique here. I have to get down to her level, okay? It's eye-to-eye contact, okay? Same positioning. I'm going to run the video on this one. Watch her feet. She's like a little pit bull, this one. She's like, I'm going to beat this guy. So watch what she does with her toes. Watch how they dig into the ground. But you're going to see her arms come down, and she's pretty strong for her size. But she still breaks at the arms and breaks at the core. And I'm going to show you how powerful this tech is in regards to, you know, when we started with the insole. But this one here, this little one here has got the patch on because she saw what happened to her sister. Here we go. I'm going to run them quick. So feet together.
I want you to fight. Don't let me push your fist down. Okay? Push straight down to the floor. Don't put your fist down. Okay? Pull up.
See her toes dig in, and she shimmies forward. Arms come down. Okay, test fail. I'm going to do it again. You see her buckle at the core. So she goes, yeah, that happened. Watch this. And it's her facial feature at the end. This is why video is so powerful. So I go, remember what happened to your mom? Because her mom got the demo done. She goes, yeah. Says, now watch this. So here we go. Watch the look at the end. She don't move.
Which body do you like? That body or the other body? Now you're a smart girl.
Okay. See, kids get it right away. They go like, and you know, it's at, you know, it's like at the end here. Sorry about that. It's the end here. This moment with this smile, this makes this journey so wonderful with kids. Watch this little 3.5-year-old munchkin here on the right-hand side. This is Tim Moore. I don't care where I am with this. She shot his sister and her mother. Watch her. 3.5.
Don't let me push your fist down. Stay strong on the tree.
Boom. It's again, it's the simplicity of what we get to do with this tech, but it gets better. So check this out. So now I'm going to run you through a live in the dressing room with a hockey player. Now, what I love about this one, this is a hockey player with $1,200 skates on his feet. That's what they cost these days. Okay. He's the strongest guy in the team because the guys picked him up. Because I walk in and go, who's your toughest, strongest guy in the team? This guy, Trots. So I said, here we go. So we're going to do the patch on this one. And I want you to see, that's why we do the before and after. That's why we do the video. Again, positioning, watch what happens to his balance. Patch is going to come on. We're going to run. And then again, it's the expression on the face and it works every time. And the beauty with the dressing room is there's guys chirping them in the room, which makes it that much better. So here we go. On the left, no patch.
Push straight down to the floor. Right against your chest. Put your resistance. Walk over again. Let's go. Keep together. Push together.
So I'm going to do it again. And again, because he's on skates, he's 195 pounds. I'm a $160. I got to bring the house. I got to use my body in this, and it's safer for me. And again, as I run it a second time, he buckles. Okay. So now we put the patch on. Right hand side. Please play.
There's no way. Yeah, it is way. I did everything.
So that's the general manager yesterday. Here we go.
What? What? I want you to imagine.
So this is the deer in the headlights look. This is all the smart people going, I can't believe that this 160-pound guy just dusted me. And I put on this patch, and that's the difference. That's what we all have with that Liberty and Victory patch. Okay. But it gets better. Okay. Now, when you're working with seniors, people go, I don't know if I want to work with seniors. Yeah, we got to help with seniors. Why? I'm a senior, according to McDonald's, right? I'm 63. So what I do with the seniors, and this was an event with Jeannie, who's on the call. This is at a Christmas show in Georgetown. I will do the demo with them in their chairs. Why? It is their safe place. The reason they have a walker, because they have mobility challenges. So to expect them to stand up and do the demo and all that, it's not going to work. They won't let you do it because they're not in a safe place. So I'm going to run the film, watch what happens to her. So what happens with people in the chairs is the arms will come down or they will come forward in the chair. It's the end of the video that's priceless. You need to listen to her voice of what she shares with her friend who's going, run the film, Kev. Here we go.
Push straight down. So your arms come down. Okay, your arms come down and your back comes off the chair, right? We're doing it.
I'll do it a second time. You don't have to rush it one and done. Do it again. So you see her come down.
Arms come down and come
I put the patch on. And again, it's the shock and awe moment, folks, that we listen at the end of what takes place. Patch goes on, same position,
watch the difference.
hand over fist.
Did you see that?
Did you see that? She doesn't move. Epic moment with my seniors. But then we get into this category. Okay. Okay, we get into the paraplegics. Okay. This is Starbucks in London, Ontario. Same positioning. Now, a little note here, point of clarity. When you're doing the demo with people in wheelchairs, make sure the brakes work. I had an event with a senior and they locked their wheelchair, but their locking mechanism wasn't very good. And they started to move as they started to do the demo. Thank goodness we were on the hill. because I asked him what happens on the hill. Don't worry about that. I just go into the trees. Welcome to life sometimes. It's unbelievable. So I want you again to I'll walk you through. So this is the guy that was in a hit and run accident, rebuilt. He's got big arms. Okay. He's rebuilt his body. Okay. Watch what happens in the chair.
Yeah, then just one thing. So let's see where you're starting. So your arms may drop. You may come forward in the chair. Body comes forward. It's all right. It's all right. We're just gonna see what happens. Okay. So you lock and load.
So he's worried that he's going to fall off his chair, but I've done, but I've learned to position myself. I know when to stop. This was the first paraplegic I had ever been able to do the demo on. But when you've been doing this long enough, I knew something was going to happen. So here we go. Okay. So let me just run.
Yeah. Yeah, then just one thing. Okay, so let's see where you're starting. So your arms may drop. You may come forward in the chair. Body comes forward. It's all right. It's all right. We're just gonna see what happens. Okay. So you lock and load. Okay. You have to push very hard. Do it. No.
Can you guys turn around so I can, I just want to be able to.
Good. Good, sure.
Hey.
So he comes forward in the chair.
Right left hand. Right. Over the right side.
So patch goes on. Position the athlete.
I'm like stoked.
I know what's going to happen, but I don't know how it's going to happen. Here's a move.
That's a bit different. That's it. My flexibility is a bit different. That's weird.
You feel a little different.
Yeah, it's different. Like what kind of voodoo magic are you guys in here?
So this is a smart guy. Rebuilt his body from a horrific car accident. And he goes, what kind of voodoo magic is this? And then I got another nickname, Chris Angel. That was another nickname I got out of the show. So we did a couple things with him where we did this one here. I'm not going to play just for time, but we did the demo again. We took the patch off. We did the demo without patch. He comes forward in the chair. We put the patch back on and he's planted in cement. That's the gift that we have with this patch. That's how powerful this is. Like there's nothing in the world that does this. And I got a special one on the end. Now, this one's pretty emotional for me because this is my brother. And this is how fanatical I became or I have become in Super Patch. I don't care who you put me in front of. So when my brother got diagnosed with a brain tumor, this is 3 days post-emergency neurosurgery. Okay? He doesn't know where he is. He had a 3x5 tumor taken out of his brain. He's got 35 staples on the side of his head. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know how he got there. He knows who I am. But I'll run the first part, and I want you to listen to my brother 3 days post-emergency neurosurgery, what the tech with what we have on the dynamic. And he brings up a point when he talks about this. I'll just give you now. But when I put his feet together, he already knew that his balance was not good with his feet together. This is a common point from seniors. They do not like their feet together because of the balance challenges. He's already in that point. Why? Because he had a brain tumor taken out of his head. So here we go. I'm going to finish with this one. So watch this.
Basically,
Yeah.
put your feet together. Together? Yeah.
But then I have less balance.
I know.
Yeah, wait.
I know. I get you. Fist over fist. Okay. Fist over fist. Okay, like that.
And
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
slowly push down to the floor. You're gonna push up. You can only push your fist down. Okay. I'm gonna go slow. Okay. Once you're ready.
So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So here we go. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this fast with my brother, I don't know how it's going to happen. But I know it's going to happen. So this is why I say slowly. If I was to do this He's already, like, he trusts me because I'm his brother. But he said, Kev, like, isn't this a little bit early to be doing something like this? No, man. You need this. You need this. Today's going to be your day.
Resist. Okay, feel your foot forward. You feel your foot come forward on your toes? Yeah. I'll do it one more time.
So I go very gentle.
Get your balance. Do I have to have my feet together? Or yeah, no, feet together. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay.
Slow and steady.
Okay, you come forward a bit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Watch his facial expressions.
Yeah, just.
This is what we have with the patch. There is nothing in the world that does this. It doesn't exist. So I got to get the, pajamas figured out, dress code.
Not true.
You got to make fun with the moment.
The magnets do the same thing.
Every waiting room.
Just over fist. Okay, I'm gonna push down on it. Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh my gosh. That's
insane.
psycho.
It's like insane.
Okay.
Step right behind the insoles.
So this is insane. These are the words we get with this. This is like Star Trek for us, right, folks? This is the rush that I have when I get to go demo. I can demo all day long. Because I live for this moment. Because it's like my brother and anybody you put in front of us, they need the help, right? So, quickly for me, my day is I got the demo done by Jay. I thought I knew everything about balance and stability. I'm at some hockey rink. I meet him through a friend. He does a demo on me. I'm standing on $500 orthotics. I think I'm going to ace the balance and stability demonstration. And I get absolutely crushed. And I'm like upset. Because I was told by people what these things were going to do in my feet for my balance. And apparently I was misinformed. So I stand on the insoles. I'm planted in cement. I can't believe the difference. I go back off. I stand on my orthotics. He does it again. I get crushed again. I go back on the insoles. I'm planted in cement. I sat for an hour and a half and I just listened. And I got home that night and I told my wife, this is going to change the world 10 years ago. And here we are on January the 8th, 2024. And what's going to happen to all of us? You're going to become, there's actually a character on the Invincible series called Bulletproof. That's that dude in the top left. But you see, I got all these Wonder Womans on the team now. And all of us started like those two little kids at the bottom of the PowerPoint, right? So my dream and my goal and my vision and my passion for all the teammates here is to become the top left box, to become a PBA, not the Pro Bowlers Association, a professional bulletproof associate, that you will have no fear. You will be completely confident going to any situation that is presented to you in front of people that come across your path every day. And you will not care who's around you, who's looking, where you are, what situation, what time of the day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night, it doesn't matter. When you have that opportunity to present that patch and take the technology that we have and transform people's lives, you're going to have an amazing day. And so what have we learned in our journey? I was a rookie 10 years ago. So I started practicing. And I started practicing and I got better and I got better. And now when I look at our team and Super Patch, when I look at the rookies and the veterans, as I call it. So as a veteran, it's actually, the Terrys and the Pauls and I don't have a screen in front of me here, I apologize. But for all of the veterans on the call, remember some of the names there, that it's our responsibility to give back to those that are new to the team, saying, you got a potential to be a Wayne Gretzky, a Tom Brady, a Lionel Messi, you a Rafael Nadal, Djokovic, you pick a top athlete. They all started like a kid. They all started as amateurs. But we work together and we help each other. And guess what? You too can become this dude or dudette. You can become a PBA, professional bulletproof associate, going, I can't wait to share this tech in front of people. because I know what's gonna happen. So on that note, I think I stayed within the clock. Oh, a little bit over. Relax. I got a time card violation. I got a flag for delay of game. Anyways, I'm done.
Dudes, top shelf, folks. How was that? Was that not substance? One of the comments that was made, Kev, was this should be made available to everybody on the team, and I agree. I think what they were actually meaning is that this should be put in the back office. There's lots of things that should be done, but we can't wait for corporate, folks. At times we have to just take the bull by the horns and do things on our own. So as always, I reiterate, this training is always in the guides tab in the Team Patchination page on Facebook. If you have friends and teammates that aren't on Facebook, that's okay. They know how to get on YouTube. This training, all these trainings go on my YouTube channel. It's just Terry St. Ammon on YouTube. You can subscribe. There's over 300 trainings. Okay. So this training is always posted in the feed of the Team Patchination page, as well as in the guides tab. You're asking the question, I believe, Vanessa, this was great. Thank you for doing this. Why isn't it in the back office? Well, we can't tell corporate what to do. This is an associate call. This is not a corporate call. So we could suggest to corporate if they want to put this with Kevin's permission or any of our trainers' permission to put this in the back office. But it doesn't mean they're going to do it. However, we've made it very, very, very clear for the last 7 years that these trainings are in the guides tab on the Team Patchination Facebook group. You click on the guides tab and go to recorded calls. I believe it is guide number 3 or 4. Paul, I'm not sure whether you recall which one it is. Maybe you can look.
Yeah, I'll look here.
Yeah, it's either, but the heading will say recorded calls. If you're not a Facebook person or people on your team are not Facebook, then go onto YouTube, search Terry St. Ammon, TerrySt.Amand, and just type in, search in the group. You can scroll through, you'll see the training from Kevin, and then you can copy the link and send it to your whole team if you want. So it's our responsibility to run our businesses, and that's how we've made it available for the call. So as always, Dugsy, top shelf. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter that we went into overtime because we just won the game. So it doesn't matter. So champions we are. So if you have any questions, we'll put them in the Team Patchination Facebook page. I'm sure you can, Kevin would welcome personal messages with questions to the things that you might struggle with. And I know that a lot of you have been around and maybe feel like you haven't been doing the demo properly. Well, that's okay, because you got the master today, and the master's given us a good training, and that training is available for all of us, and we can continue to watch it, practice it, as he said, and we can become bulletproof. So on behalf of the whole field here, thank you so much, Kevin, for your training tonight. Top shelf as always, and we're so blessed to have you the leader in this company, and presenting our products and representing our products as a champion. So thanks again.
Thank you, Terry.
You guys can all unmute, say goodnight. We'll see you again next
I
week.
was just gonna say that's guides 2, Terry, guides 2.
Thank you.
I
It's on guides 2, guides
was
number
guides
2.
3, but I took out the super patch stories. I didn't even realize it was still sitting there, which would be uncompliant stuff. So now it's guides 2.
Okay,
Okay,
guides
guides
to the
2.
recorded call, and you can always, it's always in the feed and it never leaves the feed. So you can also search in the magnifying glass in the Team Patchination group, the 6 Ps or Kevin Duguay or whatever word associate, and it should pop up in the feed, because once the recording is done, I always place it in the feed as well as in the recorded calls guide tab, and also on my personal YouTube channel with over 300 some odd trainings in there. So thanks very much, Paul, as always.
Happy,
Thank you all.
happy
for-
birthday again.
Paul.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Dukes.
Great birthday. Great birthday, man.
Thanks, dudes. Thanks,
birthday.
everybody.
Don't
Great
eat
job.
too much cake.
Thank
Happy
you. Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Got butterscotch.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, if you
Thank you for all the
Birthday,
YouTube
thank you.
trainings. They have been so monumental and instrumental. Really appreciate these nights. It's a joy. So thank you for your time. All
Thanks
of
for
you.
being here,
And-
guys. Thanks for showing up
more.
and supporting. So
Thanks, Quinn. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Terry.
Bye
Thank you,
now.
Kevin.
See you guys. Bye, gals.